Hello, in today's recording, we're going to do a deep dive on this little feature here called the license usage report, which was added to Compensation Home last year in 2025. And when you click on this, you get the details of the compensation licenses in your system. And so what I wanted to show you today was do a little bit of a deep dive and examples here for everybody to understand. So I'm going to take this file, which is all the details of the licenses, and I'm going to add a column and see what it means from an employee perspective, right? So if we have employee A, and then B, C, D, and so on. So the way this gets to be counted is if you have, for example, an employee A who is in compensation, but not in variable pay and not in reward recognition, that's still going to be one, counted as one. Same thing here if you're not in compensation, but you're in variable pay and you're not in total rewards, sorry, in reward and recognition, the scope of eligible users for reward and recognition, then that's still counted at one. So in this case, we'd have already two active licenses. And then the similar logic, right? If you're in either one of these, then you're counted as one license. But you're only counted as one license if these employees are active. So an employee who's inactive um, on on the day you do this, you run this feature, and if the employee got terminated 2 days ago, then it would not be counted anymore. It would show as 0, 0, 0. So I'm going to put here in inactive or terminated slash inactive. So that's how it works. I don't think we need to go through D. But what I wanted to show today is kind of a visual example of what this means. So here, the reason we see four in composition is because we have, in this environment, we have two templates, one for 2025 merit planning, one 2026, and we have the same people in both templates. As we can see here, I only created one worksheet for the CEO in this environment. And we can see we have the same exact number of people. Now, what I wanted to do for this call to really show, to give an example, is add an employee to the 2026 merit planning. So we're going to do that, and we're going to go to merit planning, manage worksheets. So right now the count between these two is at 4 because it's the same people that are still active in both of the templates. And so let's go to add an employee. And we're going to type Brian. Let's see if it finds any. And we're going to add it to the worksheet we have. Oh, okay, so I might have to route the worksheet back from completed to be able to finish my example. So I'll do that quickly. Okay, so now it should work. We'll try again, and we'll add a person and see how the license count goes up by one. Add employees. Okay, and so now when we when we rerun the when we go back to comp home, I think you can have it from here. Action for all plans. Actually, no, I have to go to that comp home again, I guess. So now when we rerun the license usage report, we're going to get 5 instead of the 4 we got initially. And we can see 5, just because I added one person who is currently active in the system to one of the two templates that are created in my environment. For variable pay, it works a little bit differently in the sense that it works with the employee history. So it doesn't matter how many worksheets are created. It doesn't use who is in a worksheet. It uses employee history. So let's do an example here. We're going to go to this template, Go navigate to employee history. And right now we're at a count of four because I have the exact same people that are eligible then on compensation. But what if we do, for example, these two? We delete these two. Actually, I'm going to keep my grade 14 here that I used in a different case, different test case. Delete selected here. As soon as I delete the records, even though and I can delete the worksheets, right? So I don't have a worksheet in this for this template, but I do have two people in the employee history. We're going to check again. Oh, it's here. Oh, so we can see here two people. So now when we go back to Comp Home and rerun the usage license report, it's going to count for two instead of the four we had initially at the beginning of the recording. Right. So this is how it works for variable pay. And then for reward and recognition, it's a little bit more complicated. So I will point in this recording to the blog where I will put some screenshots of the details of how it is calculated for reward and recognition. It's based on the programs, but not only. So you'll find more information there. I hope this was helpful and thank you. Bye bye.